Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at the third wave of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. We have Mighty Morphin Lord Drakkon, Beast Morphers Blue Ranger, and Dino Charge Gold Ranger. Now you're noticing probably right off the bat, hey, where's the fourth figure in the wave? Yes, there is a fourth figure in the wave. It is the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger. I decided not to pick it up right now. I still have the Armored Red Ranger from the San Diego Comic-Con set, and I just didn't really feel the need to pick up another Mighty Morphin Red right now. He's 3 per case, so I'm kind of thinking that he'll shelf warm or go on clearance, and I can maybe pick it up on a sale later on. If I never get it, I'm fine with that too. I don't really need both of them right now. These are the 3 that I was very excited to pick up. And the artwork, of course, on the packaging is as beautiful as always. I wanted to show that off real quick. Now, I know a lot of people were finding these earlier at various stores across the country. Here is the back. I got all mine from Hasbro Pulse, so they just shipped and got here, I want to say yesterday. And then packaging again on this side. Very cool. I like how it kind of wraps around the side. I think that's really cool. So beautiful artwork as always. I believe some of them may still be in stock. I know a lot of people were posting links. Drakkon was going in and out of stock at Target, in and out of stock on Hasbro Pulse. I think people who pre-ordered on Amazon, their Drakkons were shipping, but the others hadn't yet. I've actually seen Beast Morphers Blue in the store. I think I've actually seen Gold in the store as well at a Target. But Drakkon is 1 per case, so he's going to be the white whale this time, literally and figuratively. So I think all 3 of these look great. Packaging looks great. If you're trying to find these, definitely check local Targets. They should be showing up in stores soon. And check Hasbro Pulse, Amazon. You could even try BBTS, Entertainment Earth, all the usual suspects. But I'm going to go ahead, get these 3 guys out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So I wanted to take a look at these individually because I wanted to do some comparisons and some group shots and things like that. But we're starting off here with Lord Drakkon. He looks pretty good. Unfortunately, mine, as I got it out of the packaging, I noticed he's got some schmutz here on the helmet. And it looks to me like the gold paint started to run and kind of bled onto the visor a little bit. I tried to clean it off a little bit, and it's a little better. But yeah, I guess just be careful when you're picking these out. Like mine got mailed to me, so I didn't really have the ability to look at it ahead of time. And unfortunately, it's not something I could see very easily in the packaging. Once I opened it, I was like, oh, bummer. But I think I can live with it, and I honestly might be able to clean it up a little bit better. Because I can't tell if it's the gold paint that just kind of smeared, or maybe if I just kind of clean it a little bit. I feel like at least the visor I could get clean, because I feel like that was painted normally, and then the gold from up top got onto it. But even if you just kind of hold it at this length, it's not super apparent, but we'll see how it goes. But articulation for these, pretty much the same as usual. You have the head on a ball joint and a hinge. Unfortunately, his shoulders are kind of super tight, and because of his giant shield, it's a little difficult to get movement without breaking it. So I'm not gonna go too crazy with that. But you have the bicep swivel. You do have the butterfly in and out for the shoulders, double hinge in the elbow, and then you have the typical wrist joint for these. He's got kind of a swivel here. He's got the ab crunch below that. He's got the Drakkon coin, very nicely detailed and painted there on the belt. I like that a lot. Typical hips in and out, thigh swivel, double joint, or 2 joints in the knee there. Does have a boot swivel, and then you have the kind of tilt in the ankle, as well as the side to side like that. Some of these joints are very tight though, so just be careful. I'm not really one for civilian heads. They just don't. I mean, I'm not having anything against them. They're not something that I care about very much. But I will say I do like the Drakkon head. I think that's really cool, and especially with my helmet being a little smeared, I might display him with the older Tommy. He's got those kind of evil weathering lines on his face, which I think they did a pretty good job. So that's a really nice a nice face sculpt and paint job there. He does come with some extra fists. Nothing too exciting there. He does come with a dragon dagger, but he doesn't have a Saba. I really wish he had a headless Saba, because that would fit the comics. I'm trying to get this into his hand. His hands are very tight, but you can get it in there. And then he has this effect part that I think pegs in here. I don't know. I don't get these effect parts, I'll be honest with you. So whatever. He's got the dragon dagger, and he's got the nice holder for it here on the side. But I do miss the headless Saba. But I think the shield looks great. The detailing and all the paint on the shield looks fantastic. I'm going to move this stuff off to the side. And of course we have to do the comparison with the Bandai Drakkon. You can see right off the bat the Bandai Drakkon's legs are very loose. His torso is very loose, which is a shame. He does come with a Saba, but it is not a headless Saba. You could customize it if you want to. I'll Shuk. But so it's a shame. I definitely think the Hasbro one looks better. I think the shield is done. You know, this wings out too much to the side. I think this one looks better. I think the crest here on the shield looks better. I think the belt and the Morpher over here is not bad. I got to be honest. The Morpher is not bad on his belt there, but I don't know. I just think, one, I think this size is better. I think he's got obviously much sturdier joints. I mean, the legs, it's like night and day when it comes to how loose this one is. As far as the helmets go, I will say I think the Bandai helmet does look pretty good, and it's much cleaner than mine. I honestly might just see if I could pop the heads off and see what the Drakkon helmet from over here looks like over here. But the color gold would be off, so that's probably not going to work. But yeah, I mean, already you can see he doesn't stand. I mean, come on, he's just doing sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just ridiculous. Look at this. Look at this. It's such a shame. But yeah, I think the Hasbro one looks fantastic. So just be careful if you find one in the store. You know, make sure you don't have the paint mess up there. I mean, paint abnormalities are going to happen. These things are factory produced. There's not really anything you can do about that. And if it really bothered me, I could try to put it back in the box and find another one in a store and then take it back or something like that. But I'm not going to worry about it. I think it's a shame that mine has a little bit of a paint flub, but for the most part, it's a great figure. Very solid. Certainly holds together a lot better than the Bandai one does. It's a shame because I don't think the Bandai one looks bad. I think, you know, they designed it well. I like the white of the plastic. He comes with the extra accessory. I think the helmet looks sharp, but just all his joints are such a mess. Whereas the Hasbro one, super nice, tight joints. I think the shield looks a little better on the Hasbro one. The, like, arm and leg cuffs, I think, look a little bit better. They're a little bit more subdued on the Hasbro one, so I think they work a little bit better. And, yeah, like I said, really just the paint smudge on mine is the only problem, but like I said, that's just mine. So make sure you find one without a paint smudge, and you should be good to go. Plus, over here, you get that Tommy head, which I think is really, really cool. So definitely have to give it to the Hasbro one. Next up, we got Beast Morpher Blue, and I gotta say, this is definitely one of the ones that I've been super excited for. I love this suit. Blue's my favorite color. I've wanted a figure of this for years now. I mean, since Beast Morphers premiered in Japan, I've wanted a nice 6-inch figure of this suit, and I have to say, Hasbro definitely delivered. Definitely like the look of this. You probably can't even tell, but there is the tiniest little paint chip on the visor right there. Again, just luck of the draw. But I mean, even just looking at it here, you really can't tell. So it's really not that big a deal. I love the metallic paint on the visor. Suit looks great. You even have the paint on the Morpher, which I really appreciate. The weapon looks fantastic, painted very nicely. He's got all the same articulation as the others. He's got the strap here, which just kind of sits loose, which I appreciate. I think that looks nice. And I think it kind of gives it a realistic sense to it instead of having it molded in and having it get in the way of, you know, shoulder articulation or anything like that. I think it's better to just kind of have it loose there. He has the same effect piece as Beast Morpher Red, so you can go ahead and pop this onto the sword if you like. I think that's pretty cool. It's a pretty neat little effect piece. So we'll put that off to the side. He does come with another effect piece, which is kind of a cool, like, it looks like a Street Fighter type, like, punching thing or something like that, because he has the gorilla strength. You can go ahead and put this on his arm, so it looks like he's doing a punch. I've been having some trouble getting it to stay on, and it's probably just because I'm putting it on wrong. There we go. Maybe that will work a little bit better. There you go. So you can pretend he's doing like a punch, crazy power punch. I think that's cool. I appreciate that they actually gave him 2 effect pieces. I think that's really neat. So I appreciate that. And when you want to look at his civilian head, I have to say this is one of the best ones that I've seen so far. They just nailed it. The hair is perfect. The likeness of the face is really well done. Really, really looks like the actor. They've done a great job here. That is fantastic likeness. He does come with some extra closed fists. Probably this would fit on the, if you put this in the power punch. Let me see if I can get this to... I don't know, actually. I feel like this fits worse. You need the open hand to kind of get in there, but I'm sure you could still make it work. But either way, 2 great effect pieces, 2 extra hands, and a fantastic civilian head. This is a great figure. Just all the detail on the helmet looks absolutely great. Love that. Wanted to show him off real quick. Let me get him to stand here. We got Beast Morpher Red. These guys look great together. Can't wait for them to do yellow. Oh, I should have brought in gold too. I have gold as well. I would imagine we'll see. I mean, we know Blaze has been announced. I wouldn't be surprised to see yellow and silver at some point as well. Maybe even Roxy, depending on how much they want to focus on these guys. But I would imagine we'll probably see... we know we're going to see Blaze. We probably see silver, unfortunately, before we see Roxy or yellow, just because, you know, Hasbro knows that women action figures don't sell as well. I mean, it's an unfortunate truth, but hopefully eventually they'll round out the team, since we have half the team right now, really over half the team right now, but we're getting some villains as well. So these guys look great together. I'm super pumped to add blue to my collection because, like I said, this is definitely a suit that I have wanted a figure of for some time, and I love the detail and articulation that Hasbro's put into this guy. So he is a definite pickup in my opinion. Next up we have Dino Charge Gold. Now right off the bat, I did get a non-white neck. Some people said they saw white painted necks. I've never seen one. Pretty much everyone that I have seen get this figure has the gold neck, and the few times I've seen it in person, it's been a gold neck. So I'm just going to tell myself that the white neck is something somebody, you know, digibashed on the internet or something like that. It doesn't actually exist. But it doesn't really bother me. Of all the things for this figure, you know, when I look at him, yes, his neck should be white, but I don't notice it that much. Especially because, like, his torso here is different, so it doesn't immediately, like, make me think of the rest of the Dino Charge Rangers. And I mean that to mean the suit doesn't have to be as uniform with them because it's already different here in the torso. But all this paint here is great. You have the pterodactyl right there. You have the Morpher is nicely painted. I appreciate that. He doesn't have the silver on the backs of his hands either. I tried to pull out the hands for Dino Charge Red and see if they would work, and they don't really. It's like a closed fist over here and a weird, like, straight Hi-Ya karate chop hand over here. So unfortunately that plan didn't work, but paint on the helmet looks phenomenal. You know, you have the normal head articulation. He's got the same articulation as everybody else. Got the butterfly shoulders here. Arms go out to the side. He's got these little pieces on the back that I wish stuck out a little bit. I think from being in the packaging, they're kind of, you know, he's been lying on his back in the packaging, so I kind of have to pop these out a little bit. I would like them to kind of just a little bit away from the body. The belt buckle Looks really good. Nicely painted as well, so I appreciate that. Everything else is pretty much, you know, like I said, same articulation. Let's check out his accessories. He has got the sword, which again, very nicely painted. You can even open it, like when he puts the Dino Chargers in there. So that is absolutely fantastic. We'll go ahead and pop this into his hand here. Like so. I guess actually the blade, we should put it like this, since that's the actual blade. But yeah, really cool. Love that. Looks really, really good. He does come with an effect piece. I feel like we've seen this kind of generic lightning thing with the Gold Ranger with Lord Zed. But, you know, I guess it does what it's meant to do. Let's go ahead and put this... I'm probably doing it wrong, but I'm no good at these. Whatever. You get the idea. He's got the energy lightning around the sword. I don't know. The effects pieces and the civilian heads, they're not meant for me, but some people love it, and I'm glad they do. But, you know, I'm getting what I want, which is just a really nice Power Ranger action figure. Nice paint applications, good articulation, and excellent accessories, which is pretty much all I ever wanted. I'm going to have to bend them at the knees, I think, because they're just not distributing the weight nicely. And again, I'm bad at posing figures, but there we go. That'll work. So I think he looks great. I mean, I can't complain. His civilian likeness, it's not terrible. I feel like it's not the best. I don't know. There's just something about it that seems a little off. It's not bad. It's not bad. And then I think I said he already comes with some extra hands, which also don't have silver on the back. But he's still a great looking figure. Between the Morpher and the sword, I'm pretty happy with him. I wish the neck was painted white, but it's not that big a deal. Let's go ahead and bring in Dino Charger Red. Dino Charger Red. I don't know why I said Dino Charger. You get it. Anyway, they look great together. Why can't Red stands so nicely? What am I doing wrong here? Come on, Gold. Help me out. Do I need to... What am I doing? What am I doing? Maybe just give them... Okay. I'm second guessing it. There we go. But yeah, these guys look great together. Really hope they continue on with the team. I'd love to see green and black, of course. I'd like to see pink, purple, really all of them. I love these suits, so I would like to see... I would really be interested in seeing Graphite and Aqua. I think they would be really cool, especially since you don't see many Power Rangers that color. So I think that'd be cool. And of course, Silver. If I had to guess, I would say Silver is probably the next one of these they would do. Just a guess. But then go on and do the rest of them. But yeah, these guys definitely look great together. So I definitely recommend picking up all three of these. I think all three figures are fantastic. Excellent paint applications, fantastic articulation, accessories, civilian heads, effect pieces, all really great. Like I said, just be careful if you have the ability to check in store before you order online. Just check the paint applications. It's with any toy line. There's going to be a few that have a couple flubs here or there. And unfortunately, my Drakkon head is a little messed up, but I'm hoping I can just clean it off a little bit, and it's really not that noticeable. But they're still great figures. Definitely worth picking up. Definitely worth checking out. And like I said, there is a Mighty Morphin Red available as well. If you weren't able to get the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, or if you just want both armored and regular versions of Mighty Morphin Red, he is available. He comes with the Power Sword. He might even have a Blade Blaster. I'm not 100% on that. I think he has a Blade Blaster stuck in gun mode, if I'm not mistaken. But I definitely had to at least get these three because they look fantastic. And they were pretty much, I don't want to say all new molds, but they were, you know, not characters I already had, because I already have a version of MMPR Red. So definitely knew I had to pick these up. I already have a Drakkon, but let's be honest, the Hasbro one is a vast improvement over the shaky mess that is the Bandai one. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.